All right, our ambulance bearer is here. Hope you got a note, old mate. Thank you very much. First up, Ben Hall, Halls Cosmo, Mark Buttsworth, Peps Double Ray, Will Durkin in 3, Steve Comiskey 4. Joe Payne in 5, Troy Palmer 6, Rowan in 7, Jason Lindley in 8, Matt Moffat 9, Pete Knutson, you'll ride She's Purring in number 10. The Power Energy and Power Contracting Restricted Open. Big thank you to Peter and Tony O'Neill for judging here throughout the program. Underway with Ben Hall and Hall's Cosmo. Outside now on the course is Ben. Around the back and through we go. Ben Hall riding Hall's Cosmo. We'll have a score on the board for you in just a moment. $20 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 20, 62 and 4. Then an 86 points. Mark Buttsworth, number 2, riding Peps Double Ray. Mark will be followed by Will Durkin in 3, Stevie in 4, Joe 5, Troy Palmer 6, riding Binia, Idaho. Slides up alongside a lovely little crossbred and around the back and through they go for Mark Buttsworth and Peps Double Ray. We'll have a score coming in for you in just a minute. 22.5 for cutout, 62.5 for horsework and 4 for the course. 89 points. Will Durkin riding Barefoot VIP in 3. Who we're watching right now. He'll be followed by Steve Comiskey, number 4, Joe Payne riding Cashmont Bling in 5, Troy and Idaho in 6, Rowan Marks will ride Turner Marks Editor in 7, Jason Lindley and Heathfield Tarn, please be ready. Will Durkin, we're watching, riding Barefoot VIP. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's been 3 out. There's been 3 through the gate. They scored a hand in just a minute for Will and VIP. 16.5 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course. 81.5, 81.5, 16.5, 61 and 4. All right, Stevie Comiskey riding Hatful of Jewels, number 4 on the draw. Here's one that runs just like Stevie likes him. Number 4 out in the restricted. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. None finer, Hatful of Jewels and Steve Comiskey. They were number 4. A scored a hand coming in. 22.5, 64.5 and 4 for a 91. That's 22.5, 64.5 and 4 for 91. 4 out, 4 through the gate. Joe Payne, you're up at number 5. Riding Cashmont Bling. You'll be followed by Troy and Binia, Idaho, at number 6. Number 7 will be Rowan Marks, riding Turner Marks Editor. Number 8 will be Jason Lindley, riding Heathfield Tarn. Number 9, Matt Moffat, riding Miss Scarlet Acres. Joe Payne, riding Cashmont Blink. Wow, goodness me. Thank you very much, Joe Payne. Score coming through. Next up will be Troy Palmer riding Binia, Idaho. Rowan in 7, Jason in 8, Matthew in 9, Peter in 10. Number 11 will be Toady Menkins riding Cahoots Easy Beat. They scored a hand for Joe Payne. 20.5 for cutout, 59 for horsework and 3 for the course for a 1 round total of 82.5. 82.5. Thank you very much, Rowan Marks, riding Turner Marks, editor. A score on the board for Rowan, 17, 1 and 7. Jason Lindley, number 8 in the draw. Jason calls Gracemere in Central Queensland home and is riding Evan Acton's Heathfield Tarn. Of course, a big thank you to Evan and Kim for travelling many miles to be here. A dozen or so horses on the grounds with Malunga connections of Evan and Kim Actons. A pleasure to have you here at Juandah Plains this year. Jason Lindley is who we're watching, ladies and gentlemen, number 8 out here in our restricted. They'll be followed by Matt Moffat riding Scarlet Acres in 9, Pete Knutson riding She's Purring in 10. Tony Menkins will ride Cahoots Easy Beat in 11, and PJ, you'll ride Silligans in 12. Thank you very much, Jason Lindley. Score coming through to hand, 17 for cutout, 54 and a half for horsework, and 3 for a course for 74 and a half. 17, 54 and a half, and 3 for 74 and a half. Matthew Moffat makes his way into the yard now, number 9 in the draw, riding Miss Scarlet Acres. Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy, it can happen to all of them, hey? It can happen to everybody. 21 and a half for cutout, 21 and a half for Matthew and Miss Scarlet Acres. Peter Knutson riding She's Purring. She's Purring is owned by Peter, and they call Chinchilla District home. They scored a hand for Peter Knutson and She's Purring, 21 and a half, 21 and a half for cutout. Okay, we'll go to our Armadale competitor now, Tony Menkins riding Cahoots Easy Beat. Following Tony will be Pete Comiskey in 12, Jay Hall in 13, Michael Hayes 14, Ty Blockland 15, Matthew Dunn 16, Joel Hill in 17, and Jock Weston, you'll ride Roxy in 18. Currently in camp watching Tony Menkins riding Cahoots Easy Beat. Pete Comiskey riding Seligance R&B Putticomb's entrant, Nebo competitor, Mr. 136 himself. Scored a hand for Tony Mencken, 16.5, cutout score only, unfortunately, therefore, Tony. Thank you very much, Tony, for joining us all the way from Armidale in New South Wales. 16.5 for cutout. Watching number 12 right now, Pete Comiskey riding Bungabi Elegant Spin. Rides up and slides one through. Thank you very much, Pete Comiskey. We'll have a score to hand for you in just a minute. 17 for cutout, 59.5 for horsework, and 4 for the course. 17, 59.5 and 4 for a total score of 80.5, 80.5. Julia Creek competitor Jay Hall rides Hall's Clever Rio, number 13 in the draw. Jay will be followed by Michael Hayes in 14, Ty Blockland in 15. Matthew Dunn in 16. In 17 out will be Joel Hill riding Furling's Stylish Diva. Thank you very much, Jay Hall. Pretty to watch. Hall's Clever Rio. $21 for cutout, 61 for horsework, and 4 for the course for 86. Or 21, 61, and 4 for 86. We go then to number 14 in the draw, Michael Hayes. Riding Cedar Grove, I beg your pardon, riding Shadak Maserati. Maserati belongs to Michael and Beck Hayes. They call Yuleba home. Relatively local here to the Wandoan district. Shadak Maserati. Oh. And Michael Hayes, boy oh boy, you made my heart stop there for a minute. Bet yours did too. They scored a hand for Michael and Shadak Maserati. 21 for cutout, 59 and 3. 21, 59 for horsework and 3 for the course for an 83. 83 points for Michael Hayes. I'd say there's a shoe half pulled or a heel well stood on. Glad you were right, Michael Hayes. Ty Blockland is who we're watching right now, riding Cooley. Glamley, Cooley, Acres. They're 15 in the draw. Ty will be followed by Matthew Dunn in 16, Joel Hill 17, Jock Weston in 18, Will Durkin 19, Colin Sylvester, you'll ride Convict in 20. Unfortunately, therefore, Ty, he'll leave the cutout yard with a no score. Next in camp, we'll have Matthew Dunn riding Cedar Grove Conchetta. Joel Hill will ride Furling's Stylish Diva then in number 17. Jock Weston and Roxy in 18. Will Durkin and Durkin's Pendant in 19. Colin Sylvester and Convict in 20. In 21 will be Tom Denson and Denson's Dainty. Matthew Dunn riding Cedar Grove Conchetta make their way out onto the course right now at number 17 in the draw. Round number 2, heading for home. Had a bit of work to do there at that stage. Matthew Dunn will have a score on the board for you shortly as Joel Hill makes his way into the cutout yard. Score to hand for Matthew and Cedar Grove Conchetta. 21.5 for cutout, 56.5 for horsework and 3 for the course for 81 points. 21.5, 56.5 and 3, 81. Joel Hill, number 17, riding Furling's Stylish Diva. He'll be followed by Jock in 18, Will Durkin 19, Colin in 20, Tom in 21. 22 will be Abby Bright riding Stewart's DNA. Currently watching Joel Hill outside on the course riding Stylish Diva. Not a whole lot of joy there inside number 2. We'll have a score on the board, a cutout score there, 17, 1 and 7, 17. So go down now to Jock Weston riding Roxy. Big thank you to Jock for judging our maiden competitions here this weekend, or this week, I should say. Number 18 in the draw. Will, you'll be 19, Colin in 20, Tom 21, Abby in 22. Peter Black and Child Play in 23, Kurt Hanrahan, you'll ride Bobadil Destiny's Diamond in 24. Not a whole lot of joy there on the long side of the first there for Jock and Roxy. 21.5 for cutout, 21.5. Next up, number 19, Will Durkin. Durkin's Pendant. Will Durkin outside on the course is who we're watching. Riding Durkin's Pendant. Round the back and through we go. Thank you very much, Will Durkin. A score coming to hand, 16.5 for cutout, 63 for horsework and 4 for the course for 83.5, 83.5. Boy, oh boy, I bet you wish you were clean inside there, Will Durkin, a 16.5. Cutout 63 for horsework and 4 for the course for 83.5. Colin Sylvester's up next, riding Convict, number 20 in the draw. They'll be followed by Tom Denson in 21. Abby Bright, 22, Peter Black, 23, Kurt Hanrahan will ride Destiny's Diamond in 24, and Wayne Deneen, you'll ride Hazelwood Cole in 25. Not a whole lot of joy outside there for Colin, unfortunately, in Convict, cutout score, 22-22 on camp. Tom Denson makes his way in, number 21 in the draw. Tom's riding Denson's Dainty. Tom Denson outside on Dainty. Cracks one through, had a lot of work to do on the second. Old Yeller there threw the right indicator on as it went around the second peg. Tom had to go and run it down and bring it back. We'll have a score to hand for you in just a moment. 20 and a half, 54 and a half, and 4 for a 79 points. We move down now to 22 in the draw. Abby Bright riding Stewart's DNA. Abby will be followed by Peter Black and Child Play in 23. Kurt Hanrahan will ride Bobadil Destiny's Diamond in 24. Wayne Deneen will ride Hazelwood Cole in 25. Abby Bright is in camp, riding Stewart's DNA. Once again, a big thank you to Power Energy and Power Contracting and the naming rights sponsors here at the Restricted today. Big thank you to all our sponsors. We get a score on the board for Abby Bright and Stewart's DNA. 16 and a half for cutout, 16 and a half. Let's go to the Alpha District and we'll watch Peter Black, number 23 in the draw, riding Child Play. Blackie will be followed by Kurt Hanrahan in 24. Wayne Deneen, 25. John Mulcahy will ride Stratton Jester Charlotte in 26. Ken Perrott will ride Goose in 27. And Luke Bennett, you'll ride Malungra's Moonbeam in 28. Goodness me, a good player out of luck. Pete Black will get a score on the board, 23 in the yard. Unfortunately, a yard score only, so there's a new leader in the cutout here in the Restricted. Pete Black and Child Play for a 23. Currently leading the competition where Steve Comiskey with a 91-point run. 123 horses remaining here in the Restricted, ladies and gentlemen. We're currently running at just over 40 an hour. Not a whole lot of joy there, unfortunately, for Kurt. Okay, a score to hand for Bobadil Destiny's Diamond, 21 for cutout. Our secretary would like to wish the young man in the cutout yard Happy Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, Dad. That's from the secretary. Lauren publicly being kind to Wayne. So she's got one on the board, on the record. Thank you very much, Lauren Newton. Lovely gesture on a beautiful Sunday morning. Hazelwood Cole, Wayne Deneen, 25 in the draw. They'll be followed by John Mulcahy in 26, Ken Perrott in 27, Luke Bennett, 28, Kerry Turner and Hingis in 29, Daniel Imzirovic and Shevin Highlight in 30. Score there for Wayne Deneen, a cutout score, only 16-16 for cutout. Johnny Mulcahy rides Stratton, just a Charlotte. John Mulcahy, we're watching, riding Stratton, just a Charlotte. Well, goodness me. He scored a hand for John and Charlotte, 18.5, 18.5 for cutout. Quirly run, a very quirly one for you there. Mully on the long side of the first. Unfortunately, a cutout score only 18.5. Springshaw competitor Ken Perrott makes his way in, riding Goose, number 27 in the draw. Kenny will be followed by Luke Bennett riding Malungra's Moonbeam in 28. Kerry Turner's Hingis in 29. Daniel Imzirovic in 30 riding Shevin Highlight. Ben Hall in 31, riding Hall's Poetic. Joe Payne will ride Coal Black in 32, and Wal Vivas you'll ride Morangi, Romeo's Child in 33. Outside now onto the course is Ken Perrott riding Goose. Around number 2 they go. Thank you very much, Ken. We'll confer with our judges in just a minute. Next up in camp is number 28, Luke Bennett, riding Malungra's Moonbeam. Luke will be followed by Kerry Turner and Hingis in 29. Daniel, you'll be 30, Ben in 31, Joe in 32, Wal in 33. Will Durkin will ride Critique in 34, Bryony. Potacone will ride Destiny of Her Own in 35. Currently watching Evan and Kim Acton's Malungra's Moonbeam and Luke Bennett. They scored a hand for Kenny Perrott, 16 for cutout, 57.5 for horsework and 3 for the course for a 76.5. Ken Perrott, 16 for cutout, 57.5 plus 3 is a 76.5. Unfortunately, there a cutout score only there for the highly decorated Malungra's Moonbeam and Luke Bennett, 22.5, 22.5 for cutout. Kerry Turner is where we go now, riding Hingis, number 29 in the draw. Following Kerry, we'll have Daniel Imzirovic and Chevin Highlight. Ben Hall and Poetic in 31. Joe Payne's Coal Black, 32. Wold Viva's riding Morangi Romeo's Child in 33. Well, goodness me, it can happen to everyone. Kerry Turner and Hingis. Cutout score only, unfortunately, 21.5, 21.5. Currently watching Daniel and Camp riding Chevin Highlight. Our Capella competitor, Daniel Imzirovic riding Chevin Highlight. Cutout score there once again for Kerry Turner and Hingis, 21.5, 21.5. Unfortunately, therefore, Daniel Imzirovic, he'll leave the cutout yard with a no score. Moving right down now, 31 in the draw, Ben Hall riding Hall's Poetic. Ben will be followed by Joe Payne in 32, riding Coal Black. 33 will be Wold Vivas riding Morangi Romeo's Child. And Will Durkin, you'll ride Travers Critique in 34. All right, tidied up the yard. Ben Hall riding Hall's Poetic, number 31 in the draw. They'll be followed by Joe Payne and Cole Black and number 32. Well done, our restricted competitors. We're running at just over 40 an hour. Pete Black's leading the cutout. Stevie Comiskey's leading the point scoring section in total with a 91. We'll just wait for a score to come through there for you, Ben. 17 for cutout, 1 and 7. It's got number 32 in the draw, Joe Payne riding Cole Black. This horse is Cole Black and Joe Payne. After Joe, we'll have Walvivas riding Morangi's Romeo's Child. Not a whole lot of joy there for Cole Black and Joe Payne. 21.5 for cutout, 21.5. Number 33 in the draws who we're watching. Walvivas, he'll be followed by Will Durkin in 34, Bryony Podicombe in 35, Kimberly Salmon 36, and Troy Palmer, you'll ride Binia Shaquille in 37. Out on the course right now, Walvivas is who we're watching, riding Morangi Romeo's Child. And number 33 in the draw. Ned, as you like, around number 2. Looks up, finds the gate, slides up alongside one and punches one through. I scored a hand for you in just a moment, Walvivas. A score to hand for Walvivas, 21.5 for cutout, 63.5 for horsework, and 4 for the course for a round total of 89. Slide you into second place thus far for 89. Move down to Will Durkin riding at Travers Critique. They're 34 on the draw. Bryony, you'll be up next riding Destiny of Her Own. Kimberly Salmon in 36 will ride Banshee Konai. And 37 will be Troy Palmer riding Binia Shaquille. Oh, goodness me, Will Durkin. We'll get a score to hand for you in just a moment. On critique, 22-22 for cutout. The 35, Bryony Puddicombe riding Destiny of Her Own. She'll be followed by Kimberly in 36, Troy in 37, Jess Hoffman's Kitty in 38, Jamie Gray and Duckin Down in 39, Mark Buttsworth will ride Stylish Abilene in 40, and 41 will be Stuart Wallace riding Demore Cat. Okay, Bryony Puddicombe makes her way up to the face of the yard, riding Destiny of Her Own. Round number one, round number two, as clean as you like, ladies and gentlemen. Here's one to watch. Have a look at Bryony Puddicombe slide up alongside one, and through the gate they go. We'll have a score on the board for you in just a moment, Bryony. $21 for cutout, 63.5 for horsework, and 4 for the course for 88.5. 21, 63.5, and 4 for 88.5. Kimberly Salmon, who we're going to watch right now, riding Banshee Konai. Number 36 in the draw. Troy will then be 37, riding Shaquille. Jess will ride Kitty in 38. Jamie will ride Duckin Down in 39. Mark will ride Abilene in 40. And Stewie Wallace, you'll ride Demore Cat in 41. Beaudesert competitor Kimberly Salmon. Slides up along one, ends up out the back, I think, quite possibly. We'll wait and confer with our judges. We will have a score on the board for you, just the same, Kimberly. 21.5 for cutout, 59 for horsework, and 3 for the course, for a one-round total of 83.5. 83.5, 21.5, 59 and 3. Cool in New South Wales, Troy Palmer rides Binia Shaquille. They're number 37 in the draw. They'll be followed by Jess Hoffman in 38, Jamie Gray 39, Mark Buttsworth Stylish Abilene in 40. 41 will be Stewie Wallace riding Demore Cat, and Danny Kogel will ride a CD Cat in 42. Troy Palmer, Binia Shaquille. Our judges say thank you very much, Troy. We've seen enough. A cutout score there, 22. 2 and 2 for cutout, 22. Next up, number 38, Jess Hoffman riding Kitty. Jamie, you'll be 39, Mark 40, Stuart 41, Danny 42, and Louise Comiskey will ride Good Time Chick in 43. China's Towers competitor is who we're watching. Riding M and J Hoffman's Kitty. It's Jess Hoffman. Well, boy, oh boy, a good player out of luck. Didn't quite all work for you on that occasion, Jess Hoffman. A little bit of strife around number 2. Let's go down to Jamie Gray, riding Duck and Down. Jamie calls Grantham home and joins us at number 39 in the draw. Outside right now, we're watching Jamie Gray riding a well-known stallion in Duck and Down, number 39 in the draw. Oh, unfortunately there for Jamie, slides inside the top side of number 2. We'll have a cutout score there for you, Jamie, 22, 22 for Camp. We'll move down now to Mark Buttsworth, number 40 in the draw, riding Stylish Abilene. 41 will be Stewie Wallace riding Damore Cat, Danny Kogel and ICD Cat. .42, I'll say again, Danny Kogel riding ICD Cat. 43 will be Louise Comiskey riding Good Time Chick. 44, Rowan Marks riding Turner Marks Linesman. And David Reeder, you'll be 45 on Cody. Mark Buttsworth riding Abilene. Mark Buttsworth got a little Euro steer around number 2, looks up for the gate. Check, change, wait and slide up alongside and through they go. We'll have a score to hand for you in just a minute. A score to hand for Mark Buttsworth and Stylish Abilene. 23 for cutout, 60 for horsework and 4 for the course for 87. That's a 23, 60 and 4 for 87. Let's go to a young man now that should have woken up a little bit shady this morning. Stewie Wallace, he's as fit as a Mallee bull. However, he probably woke up pretty sharp. Demore Cat. Of course, Stewie was our 2024 McKechnie Earth Moving Open Champion. Crowned here yesterday. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen. When you're hot, you're hot. Stewie showing a bit of form again here in the restricted number 41 in the draw, riding Demore Cat. We'll have a score on the board for you in just a moment. Thank you, Stu. $22 for cutout, 61.5 for horsework and 4 for the course for 87.5. 87.5 for Stewie Wallace and Demore Cat. Danny Kogel rides ICD Cat at number 42. Danny joins us from Cabra outside of Rockhampton in central Queensland. Oh, well. Unfortunately, therefore, Danny Kogel and ICD Cat. A little bullock slides in just on the top side of the second peg. I'll leave with a cutout score of 21, 2 and 1 in the yard. Number 43 makes her way in. Louise Comiskey riding Good Time Check. Our Capella combination, they're number 43. Rowan Marks and linesman in 44. Dave Reeder and Cody in 45. Rick Hopkins and Austin Power in 46. Will Dirk and You'll Ride Amac Duckman in 47. Ben Hall's Chisholm's Cash in 48. 49 will be Cameron Webster and Bob. And number 50 will be Justin Potter riding Charlie. We will then swap the yard over. However, right now we're looking Good Time Check, ridden by Louise Comiskey, number 43 in the draw. Louise Comiskey riding wonderful little mare called Good Time Chick, number 43 in the draw. Round the back and through they go. We'll have a score on the board for you in just a moment. Thanks, Louis. $22 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 22, 61 and 4 for a round total of 87 points. Rowan Marks riding Turner Marks linesman is who we're watching right now in camp. He's number 44 on the draw. He'll be followed by David Reeder riding Cody in 45. Rick Hopkins will ride Austin Powers in 46. Will Durkin and Amac Duckman. Please be ready in 47. And there's another one, Rowan Marks with Turner Marks linesman. Around the back and through they went. 4-point runs and nearly running at 32% here in the Open. There was a period there where they were at 80% for some time. They scored a handful. Rowan Marks and Turner Marks linesman, 21.5 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course, 87.5. 21.5, 62 and 4 for 87.5. Dave Reeder makes his way out onto the track. He's riding Cody at 45 in the draw. Ricky Hopkins in 46 and Austin Powers. Oh, Dave Reeder, ride up and slide one through. We'll wait and see a score from our judges. He scored a hand, 22 for cutout, 62 for horsework, 4 for the course, 88 points for Dave Reeder and Cody. 22, 62 and 4. Rick Hopkins is where we're going to right now, ladies and gentlemen. He was 46 in the draw. Riding Austin Power. Of course, we got 2 on 23 yards at this stage. Stevie Mick still runs the show, but with a 91-point marking. Rick Hopkins outside on Austin Power at 46. He's going to be followed by Will Durkin and A-Mac Duckman at 47, Ben Hall and Chisholm's Cash in 48. Cameron, you'll ride Bob in 49, and Justin, you'll ride Charlie in 50. Let's have a little bit of a go here and help Ricky Hopkins out as he slides around number 2. He checks and changes and slides up there. Another little bureau and through. It looked like you went from where I was sitting, Ricky Hopkins. We'll wait until the judges concur. I have a score on the board for you here in just a moment. Don't be afraid, Juandah Plains. Put your hands together if you see something you like or enjoy. 22 for cutout, 58 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 22, 58 and 4 for a round one total of 84 points. Will Durkin, A-Mac Duckman. Outside now onto the course proper. One thing Will Durkin will do, ladies and gentlemen, is ride to the whip. 22 for cutout. Thank you very much, Will. 22. Ben Hall, 48 in the draw. Riding Chisholm's Cash. Ben will be followed by Cameron Webster's Bob in 49, and Justin Potter, you'll ride Charlie in 50. We'll then swap the yard. And first into the fresh yard will be Peter Knutson riding Kilbeggan Kimberley at 51. Outside now we're watching none other than Ben Hall riding Chisholm's Cash. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Put your hands together. Score coming to hand for Ben and Chris Hall's Chisholm's Cash, 20.5, 64 and 4, 88.5, 20.5, 64 and 4 for an 88.5. Cameron Webster's Bob makes his way in. Don't want to put the commentator's mock on Cameron or Bob, but here's a horse that can change everything. Change the yard score, change the outside side score, the whole shooting match. Cameron Webster and Bob. 49 in the draw. They'll be followed by Justin Potter and Charlie and 50. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, he's got such a turn of speed as Bob slid up there on old Whitey, and Whitey just shut down, unfortunately. 2.5 inside, 22.5, 22.5 for Cameron Webster and Bob. Number 50 in the draw, Justin Potter riding Charlie. Charlie belongs to Paul Smith. A Lowood combination. Justin Potter. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't hear me this morning, there is a pair of glasses up here in the announcer's stand. I suspect they're prescription. They look very expensive. They look like a lady's pair of glasses. As I said this morning, if you're wandering around bumping into things, your glasses are up here in the announcer's stand. All right, a score to hand for you in just a minute. Thank you very much. Justin Potter, we're going to swap yards, swap our camp. Cut out score there, Justin, 16-16. I'll now hand over to Karen Butters to take you through the next 50-odd here in our restricted open this morning. A big thank you to Power Energy and Power Contracting here in our restricted open this morning. Willinga at Juandah Plains for 2024. Thank you very much, Karen.
Put him in the flip. On camp, we watch competitor 51, Peter Knutson on Kilbeggan Kimberley. Stand by at the gate, 52, Matthew Moffat, 53, Pete Comiskey, 54, Hewan Smith, 55, Jason Lindley. We are watching the Power Energy and Power Contracting Restricted Open. Just a shout out to all of the novice riders that new draw has come out. There is a new draw, so the last text that you got will be your correct draw, and the draw will be down around the side of the camp there for you to have a look at. If you have any questions, I know Lauren will be down there with the draw for the novice final round. Score there for Peter Knutson of a 22 only. So into camp, competitor 52, we're watching Matthew Moffat on A Little Turbulence. Next into camp will be 53, Pete Comiskey on Irvine's Just Jim, 54, Hewan Smith on Stockhaven Sonnet, 55, Jason Lindley on Miss Peptolina, 56, Trader Wilson on Julius, 57, Jason Comiskey on A Latte, 58 is A Scratching, 59, Matt Knutson on One Time Crimson. Score through there for Matthew Moffat of 22, 58 and a half, and 3 for the course. It's a total of 83.5. In camp now, competitor 53, Pete Comiskey riding Irvine's Just Jim. Standby 54, Hewan Smith, 55, Jason Lindley, and 56, Trader Wilson. Score through for Pete Comiskey, 22, 63 and 4 for a total of 89. In camp now, looking over his card, or competitor 54, Hewan Smith on Stockhaven Sonnet. Standby next into camp, 55, Jason Lindley, 56, Trader Wilson, 57, Jason Comiskey, 58 is A Scratching, 59, Matt Knutson, 60, Ty Blockland, 61, Tom Wallace, 62, Joe Payne. So unfortunately no score there for Hewins, so moving into camp we have, and we'll tidy up, it's already done, of course it is. Great team down there in the backyards. 55 in camp now, competitor 55, Jason Lindley on Miss Peptolina. Next into camp will be 56, Trader Wilson on Julius, 57, Jason Comiskey, 58 is That Scratching, 59, Mac Knutson. So a great big shout out to all of the dads on the grounds today. A very big happy Father's Day from all of us to every dad on the ground. We hope you have an amazing day. Please don't forget to ring your dads at home. Score through there for Jason Lindley, 22.5 plus 64 for horsework, 4 for the course, gives him a total of 90.5. In camp now, competitor 56, Trader Wilson riding Julius, 57 on standby, Jason Comiskey on a latte. Backyard boys, remember 58 is That Scratching, 59 is Matt Knutson. Score through there for Trader Wilson of 16.5 only. In camp, competitor 57, Jason Comiskey, riding a latte. 58 is The Scratching. 59 is Mac Knutson on One Time Crimson. 60 is Ty Blockland. 61, Tom Wallace. 62, Joe Payne. 63, Troy Palmer. 64, Jay Hall. 65, Will Durkin. And 66, Lou Weston. Score there for Jason Comiskey of 20.5. 58 was That Scratching. In camp now, 59, Mac Knutson riding Playgirl. Next into camp will be 60, Ty Blockland on Glamorly Hotshot, 61, Tom Wallace on Davros Water Playboy, 62, Joe Payne on Footloose, 63, Troy Palmer riding Blue Tunes, 64, Jay Hall on Hall's Say Play. Score through there for Matt Knutson riding Playgirl. 22.5, 59 and a 3 for an 84.5. In camp now, competitor 60, Ty Blockland riding Glamorly Hotshot. 61 on standby, Tom Wallace. 62, Joe Payne. 63, Troy Palmer. 64, Jay Hall. 65, Will Durkin. 66, Lou Weston. 67, Rob Leach. 68, Lachlan Durkin. And 69, Jackie Knutson. Score there for Ty Blockland on Glamorly Hotshot, 22, 63.5 and 4 for a total of 89.5. In camp now, 61, Tom Wallace on Davros Water Playboy. Stand by at the gate, 62, Joe Payne. 63, Troy Palmer. And 64, Jay Hall. Score through for Tom Wallace, 21.5, 63 and a 4 for an 88.5. In camp now, Joe Payne, number 62, riding Footloose. Next in will be 63, Troy Palmer. On standby, 64, Jay Hall. 65, Will Durkin. Score there for Joe Payne, 17, 61.5 and a 4 for an 82.5. In camp now, 63, looking over his cattle. Troy Palmer on Blue Tunes. Next into camp will be 64, Jay Hall, 65, Will Durkin, 66, Lou Weston, and 67, Rob Leach. So Troy Palmer's score is a 23.5, 62 and 4 for an 89.5. That's the camp score for the cutout prize leader at the moment. So 64 will be Jay Hall on camp riding Hall's Say Play. 65 on standby, Will Durkin on Cantor Park Guardian. 66, Lou Weston on Serena Acres. 67, Rob Leach on Hazelwood Congressman. 68, Lockie Durkin on Leigh Luca's Call Card. And 69, Jackie Knutson on Snip. Score through for Jay Hall, 20.5, a 60 and a 4, for a total of 84.5 in camp now, competitor 65. Will Durkin on Cantor Park Guardian. Next in will be 66, Lou Weston, 67, Rob Leach, 68, Lockie Durkin, 69, Jackie Knutson, and 70 is a scratching. Score through there for Will of 23 only in camp now, competitor 66, Lou Weston riding Serene Acres. On standby at the gate, 67, Rob Leach, 68, Lachlan Durkin, 69, Jackie Knutson, 70 is a scratching, 71, Andrew Turvey, 72, Tom Denson, 73, Kurt Hanrahan, 74, John Mulcahy. 22 only there for Lou Weston on Serena Acres. Into camp, competitor 67, Rob Leach, riding Hazelwood Congressman. Standby 68, Lachlan Durkin, 69, Jackie Knutson. 70 is That Scratching, 71, Andrew Turvey, and 72, Tom Denson. Score through for Rob Leach on Hazelwood Congressman, 22, 61 and 4 for an 87. In camp now, competitor 68, Lockie Durkin, riding Leiluka's Call Card. 69 is Jackie Knutson on Snip. 70 is That Scratching. 71, Andrew Turvey. 72, Tom Denson. Score there for Lockie of a 23 only in camp. 69, Jackie Knutson, riding Snip. 70 is a Scratching. 71, Andrew Turvey. 72, Tom Denson. 73, Kurt Hanrahan. 74, John Mulcahy. And 75, Matt Hoffman. Now, just a reminder, competitors, that team's draft has unfortunately been cancelled for today. If you would like to go and see Lauren about the refund and where it might go, more than happy to take it myself. But if you would like to go and see Lauren, I'm sure she'll put it into an appropriate account. So the team's draft has been cancelled and won't be run today. Score through there for Jackie of a 20 only. So we are cleaning up the camp with that scratching at 70. We'll go on to 71, Andrew Turvey on Cats and Roses. 72 on Standby, Tom Denson on Sweet Lady. 73, Kurt Hanrahan on Peptozina. 74, John Mulcahy on Stratton TKO. 75, Matt Hoffman on Spiderbait. 76, Mark Buttsworth on Nonda Southern Cross. And 77, Luke McEwen on Peelvale River Oak. Outside, we watch Andrew Turvey riding Cats and Roses at competitor 71. Into camp, we see 72, Tom Denson on Sweet Lady. 73, Kurt Hanrahan on Peptozina. Score there for Andrew Turvey of 23, 61.5 and 4, the total of 88.5 in camp now. Competitor 72 looking over his cattle. Here's Tom Denson riding Sweet Lady. On standby at the gate will be 73, Kurt Hanrahan. 74, John Mulcahy. 75, Matt Hoffman. 76, Mark Buttsworth. And 77, Luke McEwen. Score there for Tom Denson of 19 only. In camp now, competitor 73, Kurt Hanrahan riding Peptozina. On standby, 74, John Mulcahy riding Stratton TKO. 75, Matt Hoffman on Spiderbait. 76, Mark Buttsworth on Nonda Southern Cross. 77, Luke McEwen on Peelvale River Oak. 78, Harry Steger on Bell's Magic. 79, Tony Menkins on Delilah. And 80, Ben Hill on Jewel. Score there for Kurt Hanrahan of 20.5 only. In camp, competitor 74, John Mulcahy on Stratton TKO. Next in will be 75, Matt Hoffman. 76, Mark Buttsworth. 77, Luke McEwen. 78, Harry Steger. Big score, John. John Mulcahy score 22, 64.5 and a 4 for a 90.5. In camp now, 75, Matt Hoffman riding Spiderbait. On standby, 76, Mark Buttsworth. 77, Luke McEwen. 78, Harry Steger. And 79, Tony Menkins. It's unfortunately a no score there for Matt, so we will tidy up the camp. We will have competitor 76, Mark Buttsworth, riding Nonda Southern Cross. On standby, 77, Luke McEwen. 78, Harry Steger. 79, Tony Menkins. 80, Ben Hill. 81, Jarvis Weaver. 82, Hayley Knutson. And 83, Rowan Marks. Just tuned in, you're watching the Power Energy and Power Contracting Restricted Open Draft. There are 140 odd competitors. 147 competitors, my apologies, in the Restricted Power Energy and Power Contracting Restricted Open today. And then we'll be going on to that novice draft. The team's event has been cancelled for today, and again, if you've nominated for that team's event, if you could just go and see Lauren to clarify where your refund will go. As we watch competitor 76, Mark Buttsworth on Nonda Southern Cross. Score through for Mark of 16.5 only. In camp now, competitor 77, Luke McEwen, riding Pilvale River Oak. Standby, 78, Harry Steger, 79, Tony Menkins, and 80, Ben Hill. Score there for Luke of 22 only in camp. Competitor 78, Harry Steger, riding Bell's Magic. Standby at the gate, 79, Tony Menkins on Delilah. 80, Ben Hill, riding Jewel. 81, Jarvis Weaver, riding Gunning Down. 82, Hayley Knutson, riding Cruisin' One Time. 83, Rowan Marks on Turner Marks Sharapova. 84, Pete Comiskey on CD Cat. 85, Will Durkin on Durkin's Jewel. 86, Kerry Wallace on Buston Style. 87, Joel Hill on Lloyd. And 88, Morgan Marks on Dark Knight. Scoring for Harry Steger, 22, 64 and 4 for a 90. In camp now, competitor 79. Looking over his cattle, Tony Menkins riding Delilah. Next into camp will be 80, Ben Hill. 81, Jarvie Weaver. 82, Hayley Knutson. And 83, Rowan Marks. Score for Tony Menkins on Delilah, 21.5, a 60 and a 4 for an 85.5. In camp now, competitor 80, we have Ben Hill riding Jewel. Next into camp will be 81, Jarvis Weaver, 82, Hayley Knutson, 83, Rowan Marks, and 84, Pete Comiskey. Score has come through for Ben Hill, 20, 61.5 and 4 for an 85.5. In camp now, 81, we have Jarvis Weaver riding Gunning Down. Next in will be 82, Hayley Knutson riding Cruisin' One Time. 83, Rowan Marks on Turner Marks Sharapova. 84, Pete Comiskey riding CD Cat. 85, Will Durkin on Durkin's Jewel. And 86, Kerry Wallace riding Buston Style. Outside we have Jarvis Weaver riding Gunning Down. Into camp, 82 Hayley Knutson and 83 on standby Rowan Marks. Score through for Jarvis, 21, 56.5 and a 3 for the course. That's an 80.5. In camp, 82, we have Hayley Knutson riding Cruisin' One Time. And stand by at the gate, 83, Rowan Marks. 84, Pete Comiskey. 85, Will Durkin. 86, Kerry Wallace. And 87, Joel Hill. Score through there for Hayley of a 21 only. In camp, competitor 83. Rowan Marks on Turner Marks Sharapova. On standby 84, Pete Comiskey riding CD Cat. 85, Will Durkin on Durkin's Jewel. 86, Kerry Wallace on Buston Style. 87, Joel Hill riding Lloyd. 88, Morgan Marks on Dark Knight. 89, Jess Hoffman on Amorosi. 90, Sandy Bennett riding Little Miss Hooray. And 91, Colin Sylvester on Gangman. Score through there for Hayley Knutson was a 21 only. In camp we have 83 Rowan Marks on Turner Marks Sharapova. You are watching the Power Energy and Power Contracting Jackpot Restricted Open Draft. The winner of the Restricted Open Draft will be taking home a beautiful Ride Tough buckle. A thank you goes out to Toowoomba Wholesale Horse Warehouse for providing the embroidered rug for the winner, and Australian Stockman's Saddlery in Toowoomba for the beautiful saddle pad for the highest cutout. Thank you to our judges, Peter and Tony O'Neill. And of course, thank you to Power Energy and Power Contracting for being the major sponsor for the Restricted Open today. Unfortunately, a no score there for Rowan, so we will have a camp tidy up and we will have competitor 84, Pete Comiskey, riding CD Cat. And on standby 85, Will Durkin, 86, Kerry Wallace, 87, Joel Hill, 88, Morgan Marks, 89, Jess Hoffman. Score there for Pete of 21, 58 and 4 for an 83 total. In camp now, competitor 85, we have Will Durkin riding Durkin's Jewel. And standby 86, Kerry Wallace, 87, Joel Hill, 88, Morgan Marks, 89, Jess Hoffman. Score there through there for Will Durkin of a 17 only in camp 86. We have Kerry Wallace riding Buston Style. Next into camp, 87, Joel Hill, 88, Morgan Marks, 89, Jess Hoffman, 90, Sandy Bennett, 91, Colin Sylvester, 92, Ben Hill, 93, Matthew Dunn, 94, Mitchell Hoy, 95, Tom Graham, and 96, Harvey Wakeford. Score there for Kerry Wallace of a 22 only. We have 87, Joel Hill on Lloyd outside. And he goes out with a score of 16.5 only. In camp, 88, Morgan Marks on Dark Knight, 89 on Standby, Jess Hoffman on Amorosi, 90, Sandy Bennett on Little Miss Hooray, 91, Colin Sylvester on Gangman, 92, Ben Hall on Tamaroo Jackson, 93, Matthew Dunn on Morangi Romeo's Classic, 94, Mitchell Hoy on Raunchy Lena. Score there for Morgan Marks, 19, 59 and 3 for an 81. In camp now we have competitor 89, Jess Hoffman riding Amorosi. Next into camp will be 90, Sandy Bennett, 91, Colin Sylvester, 92, Ben Hall, 93, Matthew Dunn and 94, Mitchell Hoy. Score through there for Sandy Bennett on Little Miss Hooray, 17.57.5 and 4, 78.5 in camp now. 91 Colin Sylvester riding Gangman on standby at the gate. 92 Ben Hall on Tamaroo Jackson. 93 Matthew Dunn on Morangi Romeo's Classic. 94 Mitchell Hoy on Raunchy Lena. 95 Tom Graham on Joe. 96 Harvey Wakeford on Blue Twist. 97 Steve Comiskey on Katie. 98 Troy Palmer on Binia Sniper. 99 Peter Black on Raycon. And 100 David Reeder on PSP. Score through there for Colin Sylvester of 22.5, 59 and 3 for an 84.5. In camp now, competitor 92, Ben Hall riding Tamaroo Jackson. Next in will be 93, Matthew Dunn on Morangi Romeo's Classic. 94, Mitchell Hoy on Raunchy Lena. 95, Tom Graham on Joe. 96, Harvey Wakeford on Blue Twist. 97, Steve Comiskey riding Katie. Score there for Ben Hall of 22.5 only. In camp 93 we have Matthew Dunn riding Morangi Romeo's Classic. Next in will be 94 Mitchell Hoy on standby, then 95 Tom Graham and 96 Harvey Wakeford. Score there for Matthew Dunn of 15.5 only. In camp now, competitor 94, Mitchell Hoy on raunchy Lena. On standby 95, Tom Graham, 96, Harvey Wakeford, 97, Steve Comiskey. You are watching the Power Energy and Power Contracting Restricted Open. The winner of the Restricted Open will be taking home that beautiful Ride Tough buckle. Great big thank you to Toowoomba Wholesale Horse Warehouse for providing the embroidered rug, and to Australian Stockman Saddlery, to Ben Knight and the team there in Toowoomba for the beautiful saddle pad for the highest cutout. We have some great statistics for those of you who love numbers. We have running currently at about 38 an hour. We have 54 remaining competitors in this restricted open. We're running at 48.4% outside scores, and we have currently a cutout score of 23.5, and we have a Steve Comiskey on a 91 leading. So they're the numbers to aim for. Score there for Mitchell Hoy of 22, 63.5 and a 4 for a total of 89.5. In camp now we have competitor 95, Tom Graham on Joe. On standby 96, Harvey Wakeford, 97, Steve Comiskey. Score there for Tom Graham on Joe of 22 only. In camp now, competitor 96, Harvey Wakeford on Blue Twist. 97 on standby, Steve Comiskey on Katie. 98, Troy Palmer riding Binia Sniper. 99, Peter Black on Raycon. 99, David Reeder on PSP. 101, Hannah Blockland on Equaliser. 102, Joe Payne on InStyle. 103, Michael Hayes on Shaydak Porsche, and 104, Will Durkin on Young Star Marnie's Glamour. Now, just a reminder, competitors, that team's draft has been cancelled. Please do come up and see Lauren to organise your refund for the nomination fee, and yeah, there will be no team's draft today. We will be dragging the arena at 100, so we'll go through to competitor David Reeder on PSP at 100, and we will be doing a tidy up of the camp, clean up of the camp, and dragging the arena at 100. That's unfortunately no score there for Harvey, so we'll do a tidy up in that camp there, and we will see competitor 97, Steve Comiskey, riding Katie. Then on standby 98, Troy Palmer. 99, Peter Black. 100, David Reeder. We'll drag the arena, clean the cattle, go on to 101, Hannah Blockland, riding Equaliser. Score through there for Steve Comiskey of 22.5, 64 and 4 for a total of 90.5. In camp now, 98, we watch Troy Palmer riding Binia Sniper. On standby, 99, Peter Black, 100, David Reeder. Then we'll be dragging the arena, changing the cattle to go on to 101, Hannah Blockland, 102, Joe Payne, and 103, Michael Hayes. So the presentation for this restricted open will be done at the end of the novice. So the presentation for the power energy and power contracting restricted open will be done with the presentation of the novice at the end of the novice. Score there for Troy Palmer on Binia Sniper, 21, 64 and 4 for a total of 89. In camp now, competitor 99, Peter Black on Raycon. Next into camp will be 100, David Reeder on PSP. Score for Peter Black, 22, 63 and 4 for an 89. In camp now, we watch competitor 100, David Reeder riding PSP. Score there for David Reeder on PSP is a 21.5, a 61.5 and a 4 for a total of 87. So we're going to drag the arena, we're going to clean the arena of cattle. That's my last stint for announcing here at Juandah Plains. Just wanted to say a very big thank you to the team here for having me. It's been a great honour to be here this week, especially to Coral and Angus. in the office here. To Lauren, also welcome. I've had a wonderful time and I'm very grateful. Thanks, Lauren and Leslie, and especially the live streamers here who have been just highly professional and amazing.